concession stand is open with beer. So please, come to the concourse and have a look. Chick-fil-A is the big sponsor for WFC and WPSL and USL League 2. So please, Chick-fil-A.
I know, man. I want some more of that Chick-fil-A sandwich. Did they? I didn't come in out that way.
Talking to my squad.
I'm not part of the squad now?
You get a real headset. So I can
And let's hear it for them. WFC against OC Young. WFC head coach Steve Bassel. OC head coach Josh Moffett. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to Ting Park in Holly Springs, North Carolina. We're set for another WPSL matchup for Wake FC as they host Oak City United here on this lovely Sunday evening. Perfect day for some soccer, just a few stray clouds. Right now, hovering in the mid-80s with the sun going down. That temperature will drop a little bit as well. A nice little breeze also, so we've got some perfect soccer weather for you here today. Chris Lehman with you at Ting Park as we're just about set for the opening kick. Both of these teams 0-1 on the early season with some tough losses. A 6-1 loss for Oak City United. Wake FC lost 4-1 a week ago. They both lost to the same team, the North Carolina Fusion U23 WPSL team. Picked up the win against both of these teams. So it'll be interesting to see how they each rebound from that. It was a tough first half for Wake FC last week. They were down 3-1 to the Fusion after the first 45 minutes, gave up another in the second half, and just really had trouble getting things moving and getting passes strung together. So we'll see if they can improve upon that today. They will be in the all-gray unis today. Their starting keeper, number 99, Margaret Hunt, in all black, and the all-blue unis for Oak City United. Last night we had an exciting game between the Wake FC USL 2 team and the Tri-City Otters. The Otters ended up with a red card midway through that first half and still were able to actually take the lead in the 40th minute before T. Shipolani tied it midway through the second half, and they played to a 1-1 draw. Would love to see some exciting action here early on. Misstep there from the back line for Wake FC. But they're able to corral it and get it back under control. And they're still in some trouble. Nifty little move made by Taylor Mitchell. She'll clear it out now. All the way up to the top line at half. Taylor Porter settles it down. And they'll move it along that far sideline. A chance to get it across. Slid in and cleared right back out. Poked back in. And nobody there to finish it for Wake FC. So Oak City moves it back out. And you can see them moving a lot quicker, a lot more aggressively here in this one, and we would expect, we talked about it, these girls have not spent much time playing together yet, still getting used to each other, and so you would imagine that the confidence and the chemistry will develop as the season goes along. Cardoso up to the top line. Sydney Sproul has it forced backwards all the way back to the defensive line of Wake FC, controlled by Adair Warner. Back to the near sideline for Austin Bowling. And she'll drop it all the way back to her keeper, Margaret Hunt. Cleared up, flicked onward. And Wake FC trying to advance near sideline. That'll be poked out of play. Wake FC still in control. They'll get the throw here. Just 2 minutes in, 0-0. Bowling for the throw. A very patient Wake FC team so far. Not overzealous, I guess you would say, trying to move it forward and making any mistakes. Misstep there. Michelle Castle there to take it away, trying to force her way through about 3 Wake FC defenders, and she doesn't have the space. Oak City moves it back to half, and a double team works out well, taken by Sydney Spruill. And Wake FC in control only momentarily. Haven't been able to settle it down. Ball just kind of being knocked around right now, and a hard tackle. We're not going to get a whistle, and it'll be a throw-in. Wow, a throw-in for Oak City United. That was a pretty aggressive tackle. We'll get another look at the replay here. And it didn't look like much of the ball there, but I guess the center official misses it, and if he didn't see it, he can't call it, so it'll be a throw-in for Oak City. Throw up towards half. Cardoso beaten to it by the Wake FC D. Cleared back to the back line, chested down nicely, and cleared back up by Taylor Mitchell. Out of bounds. This will be Oak City in control. Taking their time on the throw. And we'll get a foul from behind against Anna Fish of Wake FC. Get another look at it. And just a challenge from behind. Easy call to be made. Free kick here for Oak City. Low liner, stepping up. It'll be cleared out by Wake FC. Nice job to win that ball out of the air. They'll possess up the field. Give and go on the far sideline, unsuccessful, stolen away by Oak City. Dropped all the way back to the back line. Not a great pass. It'll be stolen away by Dana Mooney. Mooney's taken down, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. That one he did see, and both teams now with a foul get another look at this infraction. Tracked down nicely by Mooney. And just a little too much contact there. Anna Fish to take the free kick. This is in a dangerous area, and a chance for Wake FC to take the lead. There's a 3-1 wall set up. This one floated over the top, off the crossbar, loose out in front, and it'll be headed back towards the goal. A flag is up, knocked in the net, but offsides. Great chance for Wake FC. Get another look at it here. Beautifully struck ball by Anna Fish. Drops down and comes straight out. And a nice job on the volley by Maggie Pierce of Oak City United to clear that one off the goal line and out of danger. But an awesome chance for Wake FC. Long ball over the top. Taylor Mitchell there to trap it down, back to her keeper Hunt. And again, Mitchell. They'll play in the shade up to Bowling. Her pass off the mark, looking for her teammate Emily Cardoso. Wake FC control still though. Pass poked away, and now Oak City a chance to move it forward. Played over the top, but off the mark again. And Wake FC able to clear it out of play on the near sideline, and it'll be a throw. Defending there, Adair Warner. It'll be Lauren Griffiths to throw it in. Quickly volleyed across. On it with the chest, Cardoso has it knocked away and out of the 18-yard box, finishing the clear for Wake FC. And now it'll be advanced forward by Sydney Sproul. Pushed along on the run for Nelia Perez. Perez has it on the far sideline, can't keep it in play, and it'll be a throw in for Oak City. Izzy Burns, the Southwick, Massachusetts native, will throw it in for Oak City. Over the head of Perez. Nice challenge from behind by Porter. Oak City still in control. Adair Warner there to deny Cardoso. Or Cassold, pardon me, Michelle Cassold. And now we've got a Wake FC player down. Holding her stomach is Nelia Perez. And they're going to walk her off the field. Oh, she'll get a quick swig of water, and it looks like she's going to stay in. So they'll get play resumed. Far sideline flicked onward by Emma Totten for Oak City. Pushed right back by the back line of Wake FC. Up for Sproul. Pushed in front into the middle and cleared out by Oak City. And we've got a flag up offsides. Cassold was behind that Wake FC line. And they'll get a free kick here. Taylor Mitchell with space on the near side. Gets it to Bowling. Cut to the middle. Now down the line and out of the reach of Mooney. It'll be a throw for Oak City. About not quite 9.5 minutes into this one. Golden opportunity on the free kick from Anna Fish that went off the crossbar earlier. And now a potential chance here for Oak City. Tracking it down in the far corner is Paige Griffith, but not able to save it in play. Wake FC gets a throw. Warner. Rolled to Mitchell across the back line. She's got space to advance. Now plays it through the middle, and nobody there to grab it for Wake FC. Oak City in control again. Near sideline. It's Ivy Garner, cuts to the middle, still in control. Has it poked away, but Oak City still in control. Back to Garner, now down the far sideline. Paige Griffith has it just outside the box. Over for Garner, she rolls it into the middle, cleared out, sent right back in. A chance at the top of the box, and it's airmailed over the top. And we'll get another look at that chance for Oak City, their first shots of the game. And a bouncing ball couldn't be corralled by Oak City. And another Wake FC player on the ground. You got a bit of a look at it on the replay as she gets up and tries to walk it off. But it was that hard challenge. And it looks like she'll be okay. Taylor Mitchell gets it off the goal kick, restarting play. Right back to Margaret Hunt. Again, Mitchell, plenty of space for these defenders to move with the ball. Threaded up the middle. And a chance to move forward. Through ball over the top. There it is for Sproul, but too long. And it'll roll into the waiting arms of Susie Zaganthi, the keeper for Oak City. Drop kick. Rises. And drops it half. Nice head from Mitchell to send it back the other way. Ping-ponged back upfield on a volley by Avery Gardner. And they'll continue to push it back and forth. Wake FC in control again off the steal. Over to the near sideline for Dana Mooney. Looking for the through pass to Sproul. Cut off and taken back by Oak City. They'll look for the through ball. And it's not going to connect, as the defender, Lauren Reichard, was looking for Michelle Castle. Warner in control for Wake FC. Into the 13th minute here at Ting Park. Scoreless between Wake FC and Oak City United. Well, it was the 14th minute in which we saw the score broken last Sunday. And it was the visiting Fusion who took the lead early. Wake FC hoping that they're the ones to draw first blood tonight. On the back line, Riker up to half. It'll be moved along the near side of the field. Nice play made defensively by Wake FC to stall that attack, but it's taken right back by Ivy Garner. Garner past Bowling, and she splits the D with a couple of Wake FC defenders there. Dropped back and now down the near sideline. Space to get it across. Cleared back out by the Wake FC back line. That cross coming off that through ball. A nice job, as Oak City seems to be finding some lanes through this Wake FC defense. Paige Griffith's in control. Dropped back to half. Moved over for Reichard. Has an open Lauren Griffiths on the near side. And now Griffiths has it. Center defender Avery Gardner pushes it to the far side of the field. Now Izzy Burns tried to loft it up the far side, but Wake FC there to stall it out. And we're going to get another foul on Gray. It'll be number 29, Corrine Chauvelin, whistled for that one. The second foul on FC here today. And another free kick for Oak City. And the best chances from both teams have come off of these free kicks. This one will be played in deep. Out comes Hunt, and she's there to beat all the Oak City United players to it. A little bit too much on that kick. And that was number 12, Maggie Pierce, the midi, taking that one. Long ball up the field as we resume. Sent right back by Reichard, flicked along by Oak City, and it'll roll down towards the corner. Bowling going to keep it in play for Wake FC. Into the middle of the field. Drop back by Fish for Mitchell. Back to Fish. A nice job by Oak City to close that up quickly. Fish has been double teamed in the middle of the field here early on, and as a result, she hasn't been able to do much outside of that free kick, which was brilliant. Just a tad high, catching the crossbar. In control now, Dana Mooney has it stolen away. Michelle Castle putting pressure on that back line. Taylor Mitchell there to stop it up, and it'll be cleared out of play by Wake FC. And I think just a decision made a little too quickly. Substitutions coming in, only Cardoso. So we get a look at it again. Nice job by Mitchell to step up. And then you see Cardoso, a one-touch pass to the near side. Thought she had somebody, and she didn't. Substitution out of the game. Pardon me, the 27 on the roster. It's Reagan Jackson coming out. And now we'll get our first corner for Oak City. Maggie Pierce to take it. And another scoring opportunity for Oak City United. This one's played well, long. Pierce was a little bit strong on that free kick as well, but Oak City still in control now on the far side of the box. Quick scissor move, doesn't work out for Burns. A couple of Wake FC defenders there. Burns still in control. She gets this one back across, popped back up off the head of Mitchell, and cleared out by Wake FC. Oak City still with the pressure on. They keep it at the top of the box. Nice job defensively. And a couple of players go down after contact. No foul called. Oak City still in control. Cleared out by the back line one more time. Amory Harrison doing some great work for Wake FC in there defensively to work that one out, and it's finally cleared to half. Oak City smelling blood, though. Izzy Burns moving down the far side of the field. Stopped up, but only momentarily. The ball out of play. And Oak City back in control. Taylor Porter on the far side doing a nice job. I thought it was out of bounds. So actually be a foul, so it'll be a free kick for Wake FC on a one hop. Sproul can't get it under control, and it's cleared out of play by Avery Gardner. Throw in for Wake FC. They're taking their time trying to find somewhere to go with it. Couple of runs being made. Now it'll be tossed in. And it'll roll out of play for a free kick. Another foul. Challenge from behind. And so a great chance here. Anna Fish took the last free kick for Wake FC. She'll take another one here. And this one, a much different position. This is a spot for a cross, not really a spot you're going to see a shot. And so Fish plays it through. One hops to a Oak City defender, cleared out. And Michelle Castle shields it but can't control it. And a late whistle called the foul on Wake FC. It was Warner on the challenge from behind. Oak City, quick pass stolen away by Sproul. She'll turn it back on the counter, flicks it to the outside. On the run, it's pushed forward and out for a goal kick. Nelia Perez, the Radford University product, didn't get a soft touch on that one. And Michelle Cassold coming out now. So we get substitutions in. Cassold replaced by Madison Hoops for Oak City. Zaganti with the goal kick. Initially controlled by Wake FC, but stolen away. Taken right back by Warner. To the back line for Mitchell. Weaves through the forwards for Oak City. Pass up intended for Sproul. Stepping up, Reichard knocks it back. Wake in control again near half. Austin Bowling on the back line. The left back drops it for Taylor Mitchell. Mitchell directing traffic. Much like the men's team did yesterday, trying to generate everything from the back line for Wake FC. Still a lot of long balls. We saw it there, denied by Oak City. They're in control. Hoops spins one through the defense. Nobody there to run it down. And Margaret Hunt races out for it. The Wake keeper will send a drop kick upfield. Hops over Nelia Perez off the head of Burns, controlled by Perez. She's taken to the ground, and a throw-in for Oak City. There's a lot of contact there, no whistle though. Adair Warner rolls it back for Hunt. On the ground, hit it, a chance for a shot with nobody in goal, but Hunt gets back to it and makes a diving save. Golden opportunity for Oak City, and they just couldn't get the shot away in time. That was number 16, Claire Griffiths, who put it on goal. Long ball controlled now by Oak City. Through the middle, stolen away by Anna Fish. Tried to play it over the top. Stepping up nicely was Avery Gardner. She'll step past one defender, pokes it through to the far sideline, racing for it. Number 20, Madison Hoops, Can't get to it, but forces a pass out of bounds for an Oak City throw. And OCU will send in another substitution. Claire Griffiths coming out. Grace Wagner, number 10, coming in to take her place. Wagner playing college ball at Clemson University out of Cary, North Carolina. Throwing in for Maggie Pierce, rolled back to the far sideline. Back for Pierce, clears it, trying to get it across, but it's booted right back out by Fish in the midfield for Wake FC. Controlled by Lauren Reichert, looking to go over the top. Mitchell there to head it back on the Wake defensive line. A lot of contact, bodies going everywhere, and it's taken away by Wake FC's Reagan Kula. And now Wake will slow it down. Halfway through the first half now. No score yet. Only one shot on goal. That was for Oak City. We just saw it a moment ago on a bad pass from the goalkeeper, Margaret Hunt. She does a nice job recovering to make the save. And so we sit 0-0 still. Oak City possessing. It's Izzy Burns. Has it knocked away and out of play. That'll be an Oak City throw-in, and it's a chance for substitutions for Wake FC. Nelia Perez coming off, along with Emily Cardoso. Coming in to replace number 7, Melissa Fernandez. As well as number 20, or pardon me, I had trouble hearing the announcement, but we'll get you that other substitution into the game in a moment. Wake FC controlling at the back. Warner rolls it between a couple of defenders, popped to the far sideline nicely by Amory Harrison. Harrison with it again. Challenged, and it'll be knocked out off of Harrison. This will be an Oak City throw. Well defended by Grace Wagner.
For Oak City, number 23, Haley Garrett. Number 15, Paige Griffith. Coming out.
Oak City starts play back up. Still 0-0 as we're just about through 25 minutes. Neither team has been able to break through and create many opportunities. The big issue is nobody's been able to put together any passes. They haven't been able to move it forward much. They're relying about solely on the long ball over the top, which I think partially is a product of not being completely comfortable with the teammates yet, still learning everybody's styles. But everything's been over the top, and with the taller players on the back line, particularly Taylor Mitchell and Adair Wagner for Wake FC, and then Lauren Reichert and Avery Gardner for Oak City United. Those four have done a great job of denying those balls over the top and the long passes. And as a result, we don't have many scoring opportunities on either side, so we sit 0-0. Oak City takes over at half. Flicked along on the near sideline, nice little wall pass on the give and go, and it's Haley Garrett in control. Garrett, sliding tackle made by Bowling. Wake FC moves it further. Now with it, Sydney Sproul. Hard contact, no whistle, as she gets away with the heavy tackle. Denied, though, by Avery Gardner. And again, the center backs on both sides have been great stop gaps in the middle. Mitchell will track it down for Wake FC and shield it out of play. Madison Hoops with a bad touch gives Wake the throw. Bowling the toss in. Hits her number opposite Lauren Griffiths with it. She puts a head on it. Oak City in control. In the middle of the field, double teamed. Nice job as they get it over to Griffiths, but It skips off her foot and out of play. Ivy Garner in the middle has been a force to be reckoned with, and I think she'll be one to keep your eye on throughout this game whenever Oak City has been able to get something moving and disrupt the defense for Wake FC. She has been a big part of it. Get a substitution for Wake, Austin Bowling coming out. I'll wait to see the number, and it'll be number 3, Kristen Jensen of Campbell University coming in for the throw. Flicked onward, but out of play by Dana Mooney. And it's turned back over to Oak City. High arching throw, gets to hoops. She'll volley it across to the far side of the field, tracked down by Corinne Chavelain. Gets it back to her keeper, Hunt, who has to clear it away and out of danger. Oak City will get a throw on the far sideline. Throw in, headed back out by Chavelain. And they'll play ping pong with the heads. Eventually trapped down and controlled by Oak City. It's Grace Wagner. Shielding a defender, can't hold on to possession, and Wake FC takes it back. Sydney Sproul in the middle of the field. Has some space, moves it along forward, and a late challenge back behind the play will draw the whistle. A foul on Oak City. That'll be their 3rd. And another free kick for Wake FC. This isn't a bad spot, I would imagine. Anna Fish will be the one to take the kick. Oh, nope. It'll actually be Adair Warner from the back line to take this one. And it's a little bit too long for a set play. Just cleared forward. Couple of heads on it, and now we've got a whistle, a handball on Wake FC. And it looked like just kind of a quick reaction as we get another look at it. As it comes through here, yeah, and a nice job on the cameras. Anna Fish, the guilty party, just poked that left arm out and popped the ball. I think it was just kind of a split-second reaction when she realized she wasn't going to be able to reach it. But Wake FC steals it off the free kick. Cleared back out by Oak City. Warner on the back line for Wake. Rolled across to Mitchell. 30 minutes down, 15 to go here in the first half. Nice played over the top by Mitchell. A little bit long, though, for Sydney Sproul, who can't chase it down. It'll be a goal kick for Oak City.
For Oak City, number 5, Emma Thompson, 21, Ivy Garner.
Substitutions for Oak City. Ivy Garner coming out. She'll be replaced by number 5, Emma Taunton. That's a little bit of a surprise. Garner's been very tough in the middle of the field for Oak City. I would imagine we've seen a lot of subs. She would likely come back into the game, I will imagine, at some point today, because she has been dangerous. Jensen, bad touch on the near side, has it stripped, and she does a nice job recovering to poke that one out of play for a throw-in. Throw to the middle of the field, flick down the near sideline. Taylor Mitchell deflects it out of play. Another quick throw for Oak City. Near side to the middle for Taunton. Taunton throws one at the net, and it misses wide for a goal kick. Get another look at the shot. Nice job by Jensen to deny the wing. Played into the middle, and there's an off-balance shot. You can see how it curled away from the net, which is not what Taunton was looking for. And also a nice pass from Haley Garrett to set up that shot opportunity. That was the 3rd shot attempt for Oak City. 1 on goal. Just 1 shot attempt so far for Wake FC. And it was that shot from Anna Fish off the crossbar earlier on that free kick. Throw in for Lauren Griffiths of Oak City. Sends it down the line. Jensen there to deny that and send it right back up for Wake FC. And she doesn't get it far. Right back with it. Griffiths steps past the defender, gets it to the middle, thrown across, and it's deflected wide by Chauvelin. And Wake FC dodges a bullet there for a moment. And from this angle, it's tough to tell. As you see, Haley Garrett sends it into the middle, and Chauvelin clears it off the goal line near side, and we'll get a a corner kick, the second one of the game for Oak City. Grace Wagner to take the kick. On the run up low, Liner deflected back outside, and Wagner can't get to it. That'll be a goal kick for Margaret Hunt and Wake FC. We head into the 34th minute here at Ting Park in Holly Springs, North Carolina. Second game of the season for both of these teams and the WPSL. Wake FC 0, Oak City United 0. Both teams with a couple of opportunities. Best one for Wake FC, a shot off the crossbar from Anna Fish on a free kick. Speaking of Fish, she'll clear it out to the far side of the field. And now Wake FC, a chance to move forward with space. Nice one-on-one defending on the defense for Wake FC, for Oak City. Wake FC on the throw, down to the goal line. Cross comes in, and just a hair long, but Wake stays in control only momentarily. Tackle behind the play. Advantage, though, for Oak City. They'll move it along forward. Hoops puts it down the near sideline. It'll be chased down by Emma Totten. Totten denied by Mitchell, and she'll shield it on her own goal line. Mitchell cuts back to the middle with it, has some space, and clears it out of the box. Moved up quickly. Wake FC in control, but that pass is knocked right back by Avery Gardner. Oak City to counter. Headed back out by Chauvelin. Not very far, Oak City, a chance, top of the box. It'll be laid to the far sideline for Madison Hoops. Hoops sends it into the middle, and it's cleared away. It'll be a goal kick for Wake FC. Here's the free kick the goal kick for Hunt. Flicked onward by Wake, not very far. Cleared back by number 19, Ellen McAdams for Oak City. Hard collision between McAdams and Chauvelin, but it's furthered along, and Wake FC a scoring opportunity. Into the box, shot on, save made by Zaganti. Rebound deflected over the top, but a beautiful opportunity for Wake FC. You'll get another look at it here from point blank range. A nice save made by Zaganti, gets back to her feet and forces the second shot high. And a goal kick for Zaganti. Oak City gets it all the way to that defensive line of Wake FC at Air Warner there to boot it right back. And OCU controls it at half. Mitchell steps up, and she'll shield it out of play for a throw-in for Gray. And another substitution and a pair coming into the game for Oak City. That'll be number 17, Izzy Burns, and number 20, Madison Hoops, coming out. I'll wait to see the numbers of the players entering as Jensen resumes play. Reichert playing catch with Gardner. Reichert in control again for Oak City. Time and space on the near side of the field. One hops it into the chest of Taylor Mitchell. Plays it through. And a chance here for Wake if they can control. Knocked back. Jensen there to pick it up. She'll look to the far sideline. That ball denied and cleared back out. Oak City back on their heels a bit here. Anna Fish plays it down the far sideline. Run being made by Wake FC. And this one will be run all the way out of bounds. One of the players returning to the game, Michelle Castle, shields it out against Amory Harrison of Wake FC for the Oak City throw. In control for Oak City, number 19, Ellen McAdams, up the far sideline. It's sent straight back to her. Michelle Castle now in control. Clears it up that far sideline one more time. Wake FC on the double team. Can't get possession. And Oak City controls. Grace Wagner clears it back to her defense, who will boot it away and out of danger. It'll be a throw for Wake on the near side. Chauvelin there to take it. Closing in on the final minutes of the half. No score yet. A chance here for Wake FC to put something together down the far sideline. Cutting to the middle. It's played across by Amory Harrison, but nobody there to connect the dots. And Susie Zaganti steps up to snuff that out for Oak City. We're into the 39th minute now. Zaganti sends a high drop kick to half field. Deflected to the far sideline. One-touch pass nicely laid down the far sideline by Wagner. And a chance for Oak City. Rolled to the middle. Cleared out by Wagner, but Oak City still in control. Back to the middle, and the shot goes wide. Off the foot of Grace Wagner, who set the whole thing up to begin with.
We're on replay right now.
And a nice look to get Wagner that opportunity. Fourth shot attempt of the game for Oak City. And we're starting to see both teams penetrate the defense a little bit more. And Dana Mooney out of the game. And Sproul back in. A chance here for Wake FC down the near side. Missed touch. And it will roll out of bounds for a throw-in. And we'll get another substitution. Melissa Fernandez of Wake FC coming out.
Wake FC, number 8, Kara Heimel, coming in.
And it'll be Kara Heimel taking her place. Heimel, a midfielder out of Delta State University, native of Houma, Louisiana. Getting her first minutes today. Wake FC controls off the throw. Nice job shielding it by Amory Harrison. She'll play it through, but it's stopped up quickly by Castle. And she finds an open teammate in Grace Wagner. Wagner pushes it through for Taunton, but Taunton can't get to it. Margaret Hunt will clear it away. Oak City pushes it back off the free ball. And they will control. Nice job by Sproul to step in and take it away. She has it stolen back by Taunton at the top of the box. Couple of Wake FC players there. Oak City wanted a foul. They're not going to get it. They will control, though. Castle spun down from behind, and a foul on Wake FC's Alexandra Kerr. And we'll get another look at it. Kerr comes in from behind here and just clipped her heel. Fourth foul on Wake FC, seventh foul of the half. It's been a fairly aggressively played half by both of these teams outside of the first 5-10 minutes as they were still kind of getting up to game speed. So a free kick in a pretty dangerous area here for Oak City. Played into the back post, off the head of number 23, Haley Garrett. And that missed wide. Another replay coming at you. This was well played, and Garrett just couldn't quite get over top of it. And here's the clearance off the goal kick by Hunt. First touch won by Oak City's Ward. Second touch won by Wake FC. They'll look to settle it down. Amory Harrison furthers it with the head, finds Heimel, who settles it with her feet. And a challenge from behind will get another whistle. Foul on Oak City and a free kick for Wake FC. Second look at it, and that's another one from behind. Easy call. You get a look there. Grace Wagner clipped the back of the legs of Heimel. And a free kick trapped down nicely by Nwanokpor. Then cleared back out. Throw in for Oak City. As that was last touched, I believe, by Chauvelin. Oh no, they will turn it back around. The official on the far sideline said it would be a blue throw, but he's overturned by the center official. And now we will have another Wake FC throw as Oak City knocks it out on the far side of the field. 2 minutes of regulation time left here in the first half. We'll get an announcement shortly, I would imagine, as to how much extra time there will be added to this first half. Still looking for our first strike. Both teams have been able to get a shot on goal. A combined 8 shot attempts for these two teams. But only 2 of them have made it all the way to the keeper. Hard check. And we've got a flag up and a whistle. But that was an easy one to call. As we get another look at it right off the throw from Chauvelin. This will be a dangerous free kick. But that was a textbook body check with the shoulder for Avery Gardner. Not dirty, but definitely a little bit physical. Played into the middle. Mitchell couldn't get up and get ahead on it. Not a bad opportunity there. Chauvelin was the one who played it across. She has some space, signals it, and just a hair over the head of Taylor Mitchell. So a goal kick here in the 45th minute for Oak City United. Off the shin of Harrison, cleared back by Warner. Off the head of Katherine Holbrook. Holbrook will settle it for Oak City. Out to Michelle Castle. Castle up the far sideline. Challenge from behind on Warner. Will draw another whistle. And we'll get another look at it as Oak City wants to move this quickly. Almost done with the first half. We'll have a few minutes of extra time. We'll hear exactly how many very soon. As the free kick coming from about 5 yards inside of half. Low liner played on a hop by Amory Harrison. It'll be cleared back to the far sideline. Michelle Castle has a chance to send it in for Oak City. Into stoppage time now as this one's sent across. Warner volleys it back out. Castle to settle it. Unable to do so. Just 1 minute of extra time. Wake FC with the throw-in. Well, and we're already almost halfway through that added time. Chauvelin to throw it in. It'll bounce through a couple of Oak City defenders up to Nwanokpor. Trapped through her legs nicely. She's going to make a run. Cuts past another defender. Plays it through, and they're offsides. And that one was an easy one to call. Sydney Sproul just trying to avoid a defender. Unfortunately, had to jump into offsides position. We'll get a look at it here as she cuts across. Doesn't pay attention to where that defender is behind her, and as a result ends up on the wrong side of the back line. And so a free kick for Oak City United will likely end the half. We're already through a minute of stoppage time. No score yet. A couple of great opportunities on both sides, but the keepers have been able to hold it scoreless. This one rolls through the middle. There's the whistle from the center official, and that finishes up the first 45 minutes. 0-0 between Wake FC and Oak City United.
was an exciting weekend for Wake FC. Our USL League 2 team played to a draw on Saturday night. At the youth level, we had champions and finalists at State Cup. 06 Wake FC Raleigh Gold Boys are the Ketna President's Cup champions at 13-1. The following teams placed at YS State Cup. 04 Blue Boys are the 15 under champions. 05 Wake FC Blue Boys are the 14 under finalists. 02 Blue Boys are the 17 under finalists. 01 Raleigh Gold are the 18 under champions. And 05 Wake FC Blue Girls are the 14 under champions. Well done, Wake FC. And we are turning the 15-foot barrel for the winner for the tickets to the any WFC game. Hold on 1 second. And the winner is Cody Hurt. You will be contacted shortly. Thank you very much for playing. And he's the winner tonight. Sorry for the delay in music. Robert is taking care of it.
Welcome back to Holly Springs, North Carolina. Chris Lehman with you at Ting Park as we get set for the second half between Wake FC and Oak City United. Oak City in the blues. They'll be moving from right to left here in the second half. Wake FC in the grays moving left to right. Both teams, a couple of opportunities, nothing overly dangerous in that first half. Fairly evenly played, and it wasn't until the end of that first half that we really saw anybody start to break through and get consistent scoring chances, and that kind of happened on both sides. We'll see if that carries over here into the second half. It's been a very evenly played match between the two squads so far. And it's been a pretty physical match as well by my count. 5 fouls whistled on each side, no cards given out. It was fairly physical, but nothing that would have warranted a card in my eyes, so I think that was the appropriate decision-making of the official throughout that first half. And we'll see if that physicality continues. Another throw in here for Oak City. Coming from number 17, Izzy Burns. And both of these teams have been subbing liberally. A foul called, first one of the half on Wake FC. It'll go against number 29, Corinne Chauvelin. And a free kick here for Maggie Pierce. Pierce from the near sideline. Lofts this one in. Well placed, headed out by Wake FC. Volleyed back in by number 15, Paige Griffith. And cleared once more, this time for good, and a chance to counter for Wake FC. It'll be played through the defense, stepping back nicely as Izzy Burns, the 5'4" defender, to clear it out. And Wake FC will have to track it down. That's Remy Swartz getting to it. Cleared up through the middle where it'll be controlled now by Oak City. Ellen McAdams pushes it to the far sideline. Now cutting back to the middle, Paige Griffiths forces it through to the far side. Taylor Mitchell there on the backside for Wake FC to stop it up. Her pass stolen away though on the far sideline. Crossed through, flicked onward, and a chance here. Well defended by Swartz. And nothing comes of it for Oak City. There was a shot just wide of the net. And it'll be Wake back in possession with the free kick. Oak City gets the first and the second head on it. We have a player go down and another foul on Wake FC. This time it'll be Taylor Mitchell, and that was a hard contact. And we'll get another look at it. The secondary header. And Mitchell went straight up into the back of the head of that Oak City player. We'll get a look at the number, tell you exactly who that was. She's up and walking around just fine. It was Michelle Castled. And so a free kick, low liner, booted right back out by Wake FC. And they will possess on the far sideline. Saved in play, but right to Oak City. And they'll move it back forward. Through ball denied by Mitchell. And she'll run it forward. Mitchell weaving through the defense, through 4 defenders before she's finally chased out of play. Nice effort from Mitchell, but she couldn't continue the run, and it'll be Oak City taking over with the throw. Castled on Jensen. It'll be last touched by Oak City's Michelle Castled, and Jensen with the throw. Back for Mitchell. Challenged by Castled, fakes the clear, creates some space, and then sends it across for Warner. Warner loops it out, headed right back in. Swartz with it now. She'll put it up the near side for Nelia Perez. Perez crosses half with it, around the defender. She's got some space to move, plays it through, and a chance here for Wake FC. Great sliding play made by Susie Zaganti, and it's cleared out of danger by Oak City, but a great chance. Beautiful run. You see Perez perfectly placed on the through ball as she finds Sydney Spruill. And Spruill can't get to it in time for the shot. Remy Swartz. Swartz has it stolen. And they're tangled up, both players getting into it, and now they'll step up and have a few words. Swartz getting physical with Ivy Gardner. You get another look at it, and wow, it was Gardner the first one to make contact, but it's usually the second person who gets called. And so Swartz is the one whistled. And these two teams still throwing words at each other. But Ivy Garner not happy about it. Neither was Claire Griffiths. And now the official will talk with players on both sides and say, hey, we got to cut that out. So it could get a little spicy here. These two teams not happy with each other now. Mitchell traps down the free kick and clears it up the near side for Perez. Perez moving with speed. Long touch cleared back down by Izzy Burns. Right to the keeper, Hunt. A few clouds moving in. Lights on here at Ting Park. And it is very comfortable weather. It was hovering in the mid to upper 80s at the start of this game. With the sun now going down, the temperature has dropped into the 70s. It's much more comfortable. So we get a throw here for Oak City. Into the 52nd minute. Still looking for our first goal. Oak City in control on the far side of the field. Griffiths has it poked away by Taylor Mitchell for a throw-in. Claire Griffiths again. Challenged, has it stolen. Nelia Perez forces it to the center. Knocked right back. Swartz takes over. Now Adair Warner. She'll volley it up to half. Trapped down right to the foot of Burns. Played through the middle. Claire Griffiths to the near sideline for Ivy Garner. Garner loops one through. Too long for Castle. And it'll be a punt coming from Margaret Hunt off the drop kick. This one carries a long way. Tracked down by McAdams for Oak City. Headed back upfield for OCU. Castle shields off Mitchell. She'll get away a shot over the top for a goal kick. Well, Mitchell got beat. She did a nice job recovering, though. That'll be the second shot of the half for Oak City. And a lot of credit to Castle. That was a pretty well-struck ball. Hard to even get it close to the frame with that. But you also look at the fact that Castle, much smaller than Taylor Mitchell, to be able to body up against a tall defender like that's pretty impressive. Couple hops off the goal kick. Perez traps it down for Wake FC. Outlets for Spruill, has it towed away. And Oak City in possession only momentarily. Long pass taken by Swartz for Wake. Worked back to Warner. Looking to go over the top. Denied by Avery Gardner. And cleared back out by Oak City. And we've got two players down now. That's the second time now that Taylor Mitchell has ended up on one of those 50-50 balls in the air, heading the player behind, or the player that stepped in front, and I think it was Castled both times. Well, Castled is up and moving. Mitchell is still down. The trainers will have to come out and take a look at her, but those are two heavy hits to the head. And she'll get talked to by the trainer as both teams get a breather. But we'll keep an eye on that as we complete 54 minutes here in Holly Springs. No score. We'll step aside as Taylor Mitchell is attended to. You got to look there as we come back to Ting Park at Taylor Mitchell. She's been very strong as a center back for Wake FC today, slowly making her way off of the field after going head-to-head on a header, 50-50 header with Michelle Cassold. Cassold got up and she's walking around on the field okay. She'll stay in the game, but Mitchell has come out and will have to be replaced. Looks like they've moved Remy Swartz into the middle. And so some adjustments on the back line, on the back four for Wake FC with Taylor Mitchell coming out. Austin Browning has re-entered. And Kristen Jensen moves to the right back position on the near side. Browning on the left, Warner in the middle now with Remy Swartz, who was initially playing right back to start this half. Here's a through ball and an opportunity for Wake FC. Sydney Sproul down the near sideline. She'll loft it across, and a head put to it by number 11, Dana Mooney, but not enough to get it on goal. Cleared out by the back line of Oak City. Now another chance for Sproul as it's played down into the corner near side. Lofted across. Zaganti comes out, runs into a defender, and the loose ball cleared out by Oak City once again. This time, number 19, Ellen McAdams. The Durham native gets back to boot that one away. Oak City in control now. Castle steps past the defender, but she's tripped up. And a foul on Wake FC. We get another look at it. Easy call for the official. And Oak City still in control. Ivy Garner tried to step past Jensen, and Kristen Jensen up to the task, clears it back out of play on the near sideline. Throw in coming from Izzy Burns. Right at the half-field stripe. In for Garner. She has it knocked away. A nice defensive play made by Amory Harrison. Substitution for Wake FC waiting on the far sideline. It'll be number 11, Dana Mooney, coming out. Got eyes on the replacement, waiting to see the number. Sydney Sproul in control for Wake FC. Sproul to the middle, surrounded by Oak City defenders. Finds Perez on the near side. Her cross is deflected out by Avery Gardner. This will be the first corner kick of the game for Wake FC. Anna Fish will take the corner for Wake FC. Plays it in. Off a couple of heads. Pinballs around in the box, and it's volleyed out by Oak City's back line. It was Gardner who got a foot to it. Browning possesses on the far sideline. Her pass deflected out of bounds, and it'll be a Wake FC throw. Browning to toss it in.
Number 20 coming in, Madison Hoops for number 3, Michelle.
Substitution for Oak City United. Michelle Cassold out, Madison Hoops in her place. Oh, and there's a foul on the challenge from behind by Wake FC. Third foul of the half on Wake, but both these teams have been aggressive and physical throughout the course of this game. Almost through the 60th minute here at Ting Park, still looking for the first goal of the game. Both teams have had a couple of chances, haven't been able to finish it off though. Ball loose in the middle of the field. Oak City in control. Don't have numbers though as it's advanced forward. But eventually cleared out by Wake FC. It was Maggie Pierce on that run, but it was her against about 5 gray shirts. And really wasn't too much of a chance on that one. Throw in for Oak City United up near half on the far sideline. Browning tries to clear it. That low liner knocked down. Oak City a chance to advance. Down the near side or far sideline, Paige Griffith cuts down the goal line and holds it in bounds through a slide tackle. Tried to center it, and it's cleared back out by Wake defensively. Furthered along, and it'll be pushed up the near side. Plenty of space, overlapping run, Jensen. Kristen Jensen in control. Rolled up the middle, looking for Perez. It was behind her, and a nice challenge by Lauren Reichert, who steps up and controls for Oak City. Lauren Griffiths with it now for OCU. She'll be challenged. Works out of it, knocked down from behind, another foul on Wake FC. Number 24, Alexandra Kerr, and that's who came in earlier for Wake FC. Aaron Griffiths there just overstepped going in for the challenge and got tangled up from behind. Easy whistle and a free kick for Oak City. Flicked onward by Hoops, headed back out by Warner. Oak City still in control though, stepped into a shot, that one's wide. Off the foot of number 15, Paige Griffiths. We'll get another look at it. Griffiths a nice trap with the outside of the foot. And just a little too much put on that one. It'll be a goal kick. A short one, takes a couple hops out towards the midfield line, shielded nicely by Wake FC, and they'll get a throw out of it. It was Kerr making that play for Wake. Quick throw in by Bowling, gets it back on a one-touch pass. Across now to Kristen Jensen. Jensen steps past the defender and Ivy Gardner. Gardner comes back and steals it away. Jensen riding her tight in the middle of the field and forces an errant pass out to the far sideline, but we'll get a foul called. So a free kick for Oak City, and Jensen on her tail. You see she's got a grip on that jersey. It took a while to get the whistle, but eventually Gardner able to plead her case and get the call. Reichert gets it restarted. Over to Lauren Griffiths. Rolled up the middle. And a hard tackle, no whistle. Wake SC now in control. Through ball. Moved up for Kerr. Alexandra Kerr tracks it down. With Avery Gardner on her. Cuts to the middle. Shot on goal and a save made by Zaganti. Not a bad attempt from Alexandra Kerr. And a nice save by Susie Zaganti, who hasn't seen much action here in the second half. Long drop kick across half. Headed back out by Fish, but ping-ponged back off the head of Maggie Pierce. Pierce sets up the attack. Pass across by Griffiths is denied by Bowling, who's now in control. Bowling back to Swartz. Remy Swartz pressured, and she'll be forced to clear it out of play. But we're going to get a foul. Late tackle afterwards on Swartz. The guilty party, number 16, Claire Griffiths. And that will bail out Wake FC there. Now, well, it'll be rolled back out of play, and it'll now be a throw-in for Oak City. Grace Wagner in for Claire Griffiths. A couple more substitutions in for Oak City. As Maggie Pierce also comes off. And it'll be number 4, Taylor Ward out of Nightdale into the game for Oak City. So those are the two substitutions for OCU, and now Wake will make some changes. Number 20, Emily Cardoso coming off. And number 23, Taylor Harrison back in. And another substitution for Oak City as well. Oak City restarts play with the throw. Pass across denied by Sydney Sproul, out of play. Margot Stanley into the game. That's the substitution you saw in for Oak City. A chance brewing for Perez. She furthers it, but nobody there to track it down, and Zaganti picks it up. But Margot Stanley came in for number 13, Lauren Griffiths. Drop kick across half, volleyed back out by Anna Fish, and a hard hit from behind by number 19, Ellen McAdams. Foul on Oak City. That'll be their second of the half. And a free kick here. Anna Fish to take it for Wake FC. Wake will line up their gray jerseys along the top of the box as Fish floats this one into the middle. Popped straight up in the air on a head. Another physical play that doesn't get a whistle this time. Sydney Sproul down to the turf. It was again McAdams with the physical play, and she clears it on out. There, Wagner in control, gets it up for Fish, drop back to Wagner, over to Remy Swartz. Less than 25 minutes to go in this match as the flick onward by Nelia Perez can't hold the near sideline. Throw in for Oak City United. Throw by Oak City, knocked around off a couple of volleys, trapped down by Oak City, but they're unable to hold it in play. Madison hoops there for the blue jerseys. And now Wake FC gets the throw. Kristen Jensen. Stolen away by Garner immediately on the throw. She's knocked around a bit by Amory Harrison. Harrison pops it straight up. Eventually controlled by Austin Bowling for Wake FC. Over to Jensen on the near side. Now Perez. Perez will play it through. Trapped down by Sproul, and it's deflected by Reichert. Looked like she got her hands up on it, but they'll play on. Near side, or far sideline, pardon me, it's Haley Garrett. Cleared up field off the head of Austin Bowling. And Adair Warner will head it backwards into the box where Hunt can pick it up. Quickly rolled out for Anna Fish. Up for Harrison. Harrison ridden down. There's a foul on Oak City. Get another look at it here. As Amory Harrison had positioned a little hook under the arm. So a free kick for Wake FC. Booted forward. Perez gets ahead on it, flicks it up for Sproul. She can't haul it in, and the loose ball will be cleared out by Oak City as they control. Bounced up the far sideline, denied by Bowling. And now Anna Fish in control for Wake FC. Far side of the field finds Bowling. Back to Remy Swartz. Swartz moves through the middle. Roll to the near sideline, short for Jensen. Ivy Garner pokes it away and out of bounds. Wake will get the throw. Jensen tosses it in quickly for Perez. Perez knocked down from behind, but advantage played as Wake's in control. A little dummy pass from Sydney Sproul. She thought she had a teammate behind her. Cleared out by the back line of Oak City. Get another substitution. Madison Hoops coming out. Michelle Casold coming back in. Throw in here for Wake FC. Jensen throws it down the near sideline for Sproul. Sproul protects it and cuts past the defender. Still shielding it. Sproul drops it back for Jensen. She'll trap it down. Cuts past Garner. Lost this one in off of a defender, and it'll roll in on goal where Zaganti wins the race to it. 20 minutes left. 0-0, Wake FC and Oak City United. Both teams 0-1 early on in this WPSL season, both with lopsided losses to the NC Fusion. 4-1 for Wake FC here last Sunday. And And Oak City United a 6-1 loss to the Fusion just a couple days later. Oak City in control. Kasel rolled down the near sideline. She'll shield it. Cross through, nobody there to finish it. And that will roll out of play. Goal kick for Wake FC. And they got lucky there that Kasel couldn't get it through. It was a nice pass made by number 4, Taylor Ward. And just no one making the run through at the right time to connect with that cross. Goal kick for Margaret Hunt. Taken on a hop by Amory Harrison. Off the chest, can't control it. And the through ball sent down the far sideline. And a nice job by Remy Swartz to shield that one all the way down to the goal line for another goal kick. Goal kick flicked along. Wake FC in control on the far sideline. Harrison back for bowling. And Wake will reset on their back line. Warner steps into one, bounces it past Kasel. And now it's Nelia Perez holding her midsection as we get another look at the foul. A little bit of a dangerous tackle as looks like the knee came up towards the rib cage of Perez. That was Izzy Burns. Perez okay, as the free kick will be taken by Anna Fish. About 5 yards in from half. She'll put everything she has into this one. Gets to the top of the 18-yard box, and it's headed and cleared by Oak City. Fish with it back at half once again. Tap to her teammate Adair Warner. Plays catch with Swartz on the back line. To the near sideline for Jensen. Wall pass to Perez. Back to Jensen. Through the middle. Spruill flicks it along. Couldn't get it to her intended target. And it'll be cleared up. Jensen gets it with the left thigh. And she'll trip up an Oak City midi. They're not going to call a foul on that one. The Oak City player up and limping. It's number 19, Ellen McAdams, who is laboring in the middle of the field right now, as you can see. She'll stay in the game. Izzy Burns coming out, as well as Nelia Perez. Perez for Wake. Of course, Burns for Oak City. And a throw in here for Jensen of Wake FC. Down to Spruill. It'll pinball around and out of play off of Oak City. Another throw for Jensen. This time she elects to toss it into the middle, and it's cleared out by Avery Gardner. Wake FC traps it back down. Jensen plays it through. Cleared back out again by Gardner. That one intended for Alexandra Kerr. Sydney Spruill now with it for Wake. Challenged by Kasel, who takes it away. Spruill there, battling. Kasel knocks it away again. Rolled to the middle. Wake FC amping up the pressure with just over 15 minutes left in regulation time. Jensen steps up to challenge. Chests it down, but Ivy Garner there to take it away. Garner over to Kasel. Kasel up the near sideline. She finds a teammate in Paige Griffith. Into the center. Volley floats in on goal, off the crossbar. And that looked harmless initially. A chance now for Oak City. Shot blocked in front and cleared out by Swartz. And now Wake FC a chance to counter. Sydney Spruill finds space through the middle of the field. She'll roll it down the far sideline, and Oak City comes away with it as they snuff out the counterattack. Couple of great chances for Oak City there. And we'll get another look at it. That one off the frame. Jensen not ready. Paige Griffith's definitely more ready.
Oh.
Right across
Oh.
to Ivy Garner, and Swartz there to block it away. Well, Knockport back in for Wake FC. Austin Browning for the throw-in for Wake. Into the 76th minute, just about done with it here in Holly Springs. Both teams have generated some opportunities. Nobody able to get onto the scoreboard though. Oak City in control. They'll move it up the field. Run being made, trapped down nicely by Maggie Pierce on the far sideline, but she's unable to control it. It'll roll out of play. Wake gets the throw. Austin Browning tosses it down the line, and it's headed right back out of play. Now we'll get an Oak City throw on the clearance. Well, we've seen it throughout the course of this game when these two teams get organized and move the ball systematically down the field. They've created some good opportunities, but it's these long balls over the top that both teams seem to go back to when they get desperate, that are just slowing down and stifling the offense on both sides. Oak City in control. To the near sideline, Casehold. To Griffith, back to Casehold. Pressured by Kerr. Lost one over the top, flicked on by Maggie Pierce. Loose ball, 50-50, cleared out to the near sideline by Bowling. Or Browning, Bowling, pardon me. And it'll be a throw-in for Oak City. Casehold quickly into Paige Griffith. She'll shield off the defender, Jensen. Back to Casehold, one-touch cross into the box. Volley coming over the top. And another shot comes up empty here in this tight contest. A well-designed play off the throw. Paige Griffith to Casehold right on the money for the left-footed cross. And just unable to get over top of it. That is the 6th shot attempt of the half for Oak City. None of them have hit the frame though. On the other side, Wake FC, just one shot attempt on goal here this half. Hunt with the goal kick. Hops over a couple of players. They'll battle for it in the middle of the field. Oak City away with it. And it'll roll out on the near sideline. Jensen watches it out of play. And a quick throw in. A little bit of a hip check thrown by McAdams. She'll move it forward for Oak City. Back line holds strong for Wake FC, and they clear it out. Nifty little move up the far sideline for Wake FC. That attack stalled out, and it'll be controlled on the back line by Avery Gardner. Cleared up the near side by McAdams. Chested down by Jensen. All the way over to Amory Harrison. Harrison played to the far sideline, and it's stolen by Casehold. Casehold has plenty of space on the near side of the field now. Plays it through, looking for Pierce. Pierce shields off a defender. Cuts to the middle, finds an open teammate. A chance coming for Griffiths, and they score. In the 80th minute, number 16, Claire Griffiths with the finish. Good find by Maggie Pierce, and well placed, no chance for Margaret Hunt. And Griffiths makes it 1-0.
Oak City United goes up 1-0.
Jackson. What are you doing?
Just 10 minutes left in regulation time. And that is a big goal for Oak City United to take the 1-0 lead. And that'll put a sense of urgency into this Wake FC squad, I would imagine. Here, Nelia Perez, who went off after getting a knee to the rib cage, back into the game. Her speed is certainly going to be important if Wake FC wants to tie this back up. Bowling up the far sideline for Perez. Perez pushes it to the middle. She's denied the space, and Oak City takes it back. Griffiths to the middle. Catch for Oak City. Deep shot. Knocked away, and it'll be a corner kick. Margaret Hunt having to come up with a big save there. And we'll get another look at that shot. And full extension for Margaret Hunt to make that stop. Corner kick for Oak City. 81 minutes down, 9 to go. Corner played in, headed out. Still controlled by Oak City. Nice shield play made by Wake FC to get it out of danger. And they have a chance to counter if they move quickly. When Oakport gets it to the near sideline, a little bit long, and it's going to be out of the reach of Alexandra Kerr. And Oak City will get and so Kasold throws it in for Oak City. On the near sideline, they'll look to waste some time. Avery Gardner. Back to Kasold again for Garner. Ivy Garner steps past one defender. Toes it forward, and it'll be knocked out of play by Maggie Pierce, who couldn't trap it in. Kristen Jensen, high throw, forced back by Kasold. Stepping into it, Anna Fish. Ball bounce around. And a challenge from behind will result in a foul for Wake FC. One more look at it. Easy call here on the challenge from behind as Pierce had position. And so Oak City's Ivy Garner, or pardon me, Avery Gardner to take the kick. Stolen back by Nelia Perez. Perez using the speed, plays it through. Nice play by Gardner to deny the through ball on the ground, because that was a breakaway for Sydney Sproul and a chance to even up the score. Now Pierce looking to counter. She'll be spun around but holds on to control. Drop back for Grace Wagner to the far sideline. Oak City still in possession. Halfway through the 84th minute. And Wake FC running out of time. Gave up a goal in the 80th. Scored by Claire Griffiths, assisted by Maggie Pierce, to break the 0-0 tie late in this ballgame. Michelle Kasold. Very deliberate throw to the middle of the field. And then the pass stolen away. Jensen moves it forward. Wanakpour with it. Turns past the defender. Kasold steps in. And Perez there to poke it forward, but too strong on that kick. And it rolls all the way in on Saganti. And she'll just stand there and wait. And waste time. Now they're going to blow the whistle as Zaganti just delayed play. The whistle was to send off a substitution, I believe. And it'll be Lauren Reichard coming off. And I believe this is going to be just a free restart and a warning for delay of game. So Lauren Griffiths comes back in, and it was Lauren Reichard who was actually in a bit of discomfort coming off. 85 minutes down, 5 to go. Saganti puts her foot into this one and boots it out of bounds on the near sideline. It'll be a throw in for Jensen and Wake FC. And another substitution for Oak City here. Number 10, Grace Wagner off.
Number 2, Katherine Holbrook.
and replaced by number 2, Katherine Holbrook.
10,
Jensen restarts play for Wake FC. Volleyed back out by Kasold. And another throw in here for Wake. Jensen looking for Avery Harrison, couldn't find her. And it'll be moved to the far sideline. Run made by Bowling. She's got space down the far sideline. Trying to cut into the 18-yard box. Doesn't have the space to do so. And we'll get a goal kick as she was effectively shielded off by Ivy Garner. And Zaganti will get a chance to clear this one away. Time dwindling on Wake FC, trailing 1-0 to Oak City United. Both teams 0-1 in the standings here early. But certainly there is time to make that up. Zaganti puts a foot into this one. Headed back by Harrison. Nobody there for the secondary ball for Wake FC. It'll be cleared out by Oak City. Controlled on the back line, Swartz. Nice little pullback move as she steps past Oak City challenger, moves it forward. Harrison furthers it along. Perez down for Sproul, who was off sides. And they're just going to let it play out. Zaganti, I think, happy to do so, as she's going to wait once again for a challenge from a Wake FC player before she picks this ball up. Just 3 minutes left in regulation time. We'll get an announcement of stoppage time here fairly soon. Should be at least a few minutes with the amount of time taken for injuries and, of course, the goal scored here this half. But still, not much time left for Wake FC. They've got to find a way to get forward quickly. Throw in, flicked on unintentionally by Oak City, although they'll control on the far sideline. A nice job by number 13, Lauren Griffiths, to possess and move it back the other way before it's trapped out of bounds by Oak City. Throw in for Bowling of Wake, headed right back out. Nice job by Swartz to step up into that play. She'll challenge hard and knock it off of Oak City and out of bounds. So another throw for Wake across half. Just 2 minutes left to play now. Bowling with the throw. Garner denies it with the head. Pinballed around and cleared out by Oak City. Off the head of Warner. Pops straight up in the air. Jensen for the challenge. Gets a foot on it and rolls it forward. But Oak City's back line clears it out. Avery Gardner places it perfectly. It'll roll all the way down towards the corner. And a deep throw in their own territory for Wake FC. Jensen with the throw in. Gets it to Harrison. Moves it forward. Cleared back out by Oak City. Again, Harrison up, and Gardner denies it this time. All the way down. Jensen will track it down, trying to shield it out of play. Has to stop it and clear it out. Alexandra Kerr in control. She splits the D, has it poked away, and Oak City in control once again. Into the 90th minute here at Ting Park. Another chance and a great scoring zone, and nothing comes of it for Oak City. Number 2, Katherine Holbrook, the ECU Pirate, didn't get it controlled quickly enough. Another substitution for Oak City. I got to imagine this will add some time to the clock. They've made at least 4 substitutions in the last 10 minutes of this ball game. But we'll see. But just 2 minutes added onto this one, as we're just about done with the 90th minute. Time almost out for Wake FC here in their second game of the season. Into stoppage time we go. Oak City in control. It'll be launched down the near sideline from across the field. It'll roll out of play, and that's really all Oak City will aim to do here, is try to possess it deep and then clear it back and force Wake FC to go the full length of the field. That one tipped out of play by Oak City, though, and Wake moves it forward. Now, Oakport steps through one defender, can't control it, and Avery Gardner gets it out of danger. Up for Haley Garrett, cleared over the top, and Margaret Hunt will come out to play it. 40 seconds into stoppage time. Just over a minute left for Wake FC. Jensen plays it over the top. Running is Sproul. She'll get a chest on it. Trying to get past Gardner, who pokes it out of play, and a throw in deep in Oak City territory. And this is very important for Wake FC. 1 minute of stoppage time left. Long throw coming from Sproul. Runs up into it, headed back out, and it'll be controlled by Haley Garrett, who boots it out of play. And a substitution coming in for Oak City. I know there's no limit on the substitutions here, but at some point late in this game, there at least needs to be some time added. Because again, 4, 5, maybe 6 substitutions in the last 10 minutes of this game. That takes up time. And now Wake FC down to their last couple of opportunities. If they can keep it down here, Jensen short foots that one and barely got it across. Cleared out by Oak City. Tracking it down is Swartz. Back to Warner, who boots it back the other way. Chested down by Gardner. Right to Sproul, but she can't control. Cleared again by Oak City. Maggie Pierce moves it forward. And we are through 2 minutes of stoppage time. It would imagine after Oak City's scoring chance here, they'll blow this dead. Claire Griffiths all the way down, and it'll be a corner kick for Oak City.
Corner for Oak City United.
And Oak City will take their time. And it looks like they're just going to play this short and let the whistle be blown. Short kick, they fake it. Held in the corner, running down the goal line. It's stolen away. Wake FC clears it up. Stopped up and over to the far sideline. Griffiths again. Played across and out of the reach of her intended target. It will roll out for a throw-in. Oh no, it'll be kept in the corner. And that will be the final whistle. Well, Wake FC battled hard. It was a tightly contested game. It was going to be one mistake that would be the difference, and that mistake made by Wake FC. In the 80th minute, Claire Griffiths gets the pass from Maggie Pierce, puts it past Margaret Hunt, and it's a 1-0 victory for Oak City United over Wake FC. Oak City United now 1 win, 1 loss, and 3 points in the standings. Wake FC drops to no wins, 2 losses, no ties, as they fall by a final count of 1-0. Next game for Wake FC is going to come here very soon. As their next contest will be at McPherson Stadium in the Triad area against the North Carolina Fusion. They've got a little bit of time, the beginning of June, until they play that ball game. But they sit at an 0-2 record for now. Plenty of time to look at the last 2 contests, make some adjustments, and certainly get used to playing with each other a little bit more. Final count here from Ting Park in Holly Springs, North Carolina. It's Oak City United 1, Wake FC 0.